What up, MetaZoo Maniacs? So today's February 16, 2025, and the video you're about to watch I actually recorded in late December 2024, but the audio didn't work. I have no idea what happened, so I had to re-record the audio on this old video I had, and I kind of forgot about it. And yeah, so these are the 2024 bangers, like some of my favorite cards, favorite auctions from the year 2024. So obviously it's going to be a longer video, but it's just going to have some of the favorite stuff that I wanted to have all in one video so I could watch in the future and just remember some of these crazy prices and maybe some crazy stories too. So first we're going to start for Full Holo Mothman from Nightfall, PSA 10. Classic card, everyone probably has it by now. I mean, it's only $26 even as of December 16, 2024. And then also on December 16, 2024, we had Wendigo Full Holo from Nightfall, PSA 10. So for only $25.49 in auction. Now here's an interesting one from March 5th, 2024. So someone from Europe actually messaged me this and said, hey, you need to put this in the year-end video. So here it is. They bought 30 of the Gilded MetaZoo poker decks. So that's a special in-house holo pattern. You know, the ones where there's maybe 4 or 5 copies printed ever of each card. Someone bought 30 of those decks back on March 5th, 2024 when MetaZoo was definitely dead, for $294.86, so like euros, which is equivalent to about $305 American. And I know, catching cryptids, jaw just hit the floor. 30 of these gilded decks with that special in-house holo foil for only $305. That's insane. But back then, March 5th, 2024, most people didn't know how rare these cards were, or these decks. Here's a cool card. So it's the Bookmark Full Holo from Caster's Cup, staff stamped PSA 10, so for $355.01 in auction. There we go. This was such an elusive card. I mean, it's still elusive, but now that we've seen the list for EV and HQ, when they bought all the inventory from MetaZoo, there's well over 1,000 of these, quite a few anyways, but they haven't been auctioned off yet, at least not as of the recording of this video. I know Catching Cryptids has one of these. Very nice looking card. I think this is his favorite MetaZoo card, Loch Ness Monster. But yeah, maybe one day all of us own one of these for like $20 each, who knows. And just like the Loch Ness Monster, this is one of the other ambassador promos. So this is Inca Nyamba. I believe this is from Africa. Yeah, just one of those promo cards that were so elusive and hard to get, but eventually one day we're probably going to get them for like $20 each on Quote, on Whatnot there. And here's another one of the ambassador promos. This is Aklet. This is from Canada. I mean, over here it's at $800 or best offer, but one day this will probably be like a $50 or less card. Here we have the MetaZoo Crafters Medal on November 26, 2024. So for $200, best offer accepted. Let's take a look. Yeah, that's a nice card. I don't know how many of these are made, but there's probably quite a few out there. Here's an interesting card. So this is basically an aura card. It came out of like an aura deck when you buy Spellbook, but they didn't put the front of the card on there. So it's kind of like a blank, just like error card. And I bought this for $32.89. Just thought it'd be cool to have in the collection. It's got a big scratch, like a razor mark on the back of it, but I mean, it's just cool. And it didn't cost too much, so I figured why not. Here's a card at this point on November 23rd, 2024, I don't think I had ever seen before, which is the MetaZoo Costume Contest promo card. Best offer accepted, $150 American. I mean, the artwork on this card's absolutely awesome, but on the inventory list, there are a ton of these that were made, so eventually, we'll probably all have one of these. Just gotta wait for Quote on Whatnot to auction them off. Here we have 2 MetaZoo Master Caster medals. One on November 21st sold for $365, best offer accepted, and on November 23rd, $250, best offer accepted. And here's a better look. Yeah, that's a pretty nice caster medal, or I should say Master Caster medal. There's a nice card. Apprentice Caster medal with Ding Bell on there. Sold for $300, best offer accepted on November 19th, 2024. Next we have a few Poncho art cards. So first we have Metal Man of Alabama, serialized number 12 out of 50, sold for $150 in auction. Then a really cool Wendigo artwork. So Hunting the Hunter, I love that title. $150 in auction on November 24th as well. And also on November 24th, 2024, we had Mothman, Night of the Mothman. Serialized 50 out of 50. $395 in auction. Next, we have one of my favorite art cards by Poncho. So it's a Bunnyman 1 of 1, sold on November 20th, 2024 for $300 American. If you wonder why the stuff's popping up at the bottom, it's just because I'm doing a recording of a recording. So it's an old video. The video player I'm using keeps popping up with that when I pause the video or move the mouse. But anyways, let's check out this crazy Bunnyman artwork. Oh my goodness, that is absolutely epic. I don't know who Bunnyman's putting to sleep. Maybe that's Injured Cold, maybe not, but looks like Bunnyman's taking over. That is absolutely epic. One of the best art cards I've ever seen. Alright, here's an amazing Snipe card by Lily. Stained Glass Snipe sketch card. $450. Best offer accepted. December 13th, 2024. I mean, look at that. That is absolutely epic. I wish my screenshot was a little bit better quality, but I mean, you got the doodle there, you got the autograph in the top left corner there, and Stained Glass Snipe. That is awesome. Next, we have some promo cards that I honestly never seen until these auctions, and they're pretty crazy. So we have the Flame Tower Finalist promo card, $234.49 in auction. And then we have the Water Tower Finalist promo card, $321.99 in auction. And then we have this Flame Tower 1 of 1 caster promo card, $381.90 in auction. And then here's a monster, Earth Tower 1 of 1 Tower Caster promo card, Kid Icarus, $1,194.69 in auction on October 21st, 2024. That is huge. Here's a steal of a deal from Australia. So Full Hollow, obviously, Chains of Old Scratch, first edition from Seance, PSA 10, sold for only $13.64 American. That's absolutely a steal of a deal. Next we have Possessed Aura, first edition, only $61 as a PSA 10. When was this? September 3rd, 2024. I would take that all day, every day. That's insane. Hey, here's a fun memory back from 2024. Remember when the pink box finally became available to purchase on Hello Kitty on eBay? They're selling them for $150. Some people FOMO'd out. Cryptid Keeper. And then they lowered it down to $100. And next thing you know, these pink boxes were on Amazon for $50 each. But yeah, once upon a time, buying this pink box was like unheard of. We didn't even know if they existed for real. We were wondering if Andy was just making things up. But at the end of the day, these boxes suck just as much as the regular ones. There are some exclusive cards, like 3 cards, but yeah, nothing too special on the inside. And this is probably the best of the 3 exclusive cards you can find in the pink box. So card number 11 out of 103. Sold for only $30 though. Best offer accepted on August 5th, 2024. I mean, I opened up 2 pink boxes myself and I didn't pull this card once. So it is a little bit elusive. Those pink boxes definitely did not live up to the hype, but they do look really nice. Here we have the MetaZoo Diplomat Medal, PSA 10, with Hodag on there. Back on July 13, 2024, sold for $612 in auction. Here's an interesting card, the MetaZoo Influencer Medal. Once to be thought so rare, but now we know on Quote, EV and HQ, there's well over 1,100 copies in their inventory. So it's not a rare card at all. But we did not know that July 13, 2024. As a PSA 10, it sold for $277. And recently in January of 2025, I know this sold for about $180 as a PSA 10. And it's probably only going to go down from there. Next we have the MetaZoo Content Creator Medal, PSA 10. We know there's about 1 billion of these printed as well. But back on July 13, 2024, it sold for $123.50 in auction. Next we have the MetaZoo Illustrator Medal. Now I think these are quite a bit more rare than the other ones. And as a PSA 9, it sold for $1,275 in auction. That's crazy. Oh, I know Escaped Alien likes this one. Actually, anyone that collects the disclosure pages. Men in Black Full Hollow PSA 10, only $51 in auction. So this was an absolute steal of a deal. A super rare UFO card from disclosure pages, but this was April 6, 2024. MetaZoo was dead as dead can get. But it still sold for $73, but nowadays I guarantee this would sell for probably well over $200. Next we have Soul Gamble. That's the Revive Skateboards Old Scratch PSA 10. Sold for $337 in auction, and this is just a promo card. It wasn't redeemable for a skateboard or anything. Next we have the Fresno Nightcrawlers PSA 9, the secret rare from the Dim Mak t-shirt collection. Sold for $61 in auction as the PSA 9. And as a PSA 10, the same card sold for $210.50 in auction. Next, we have undoubtedly my favorite art card that I've ever seen. And this was by Chris Campman, the Frogman Summoning. And it sold for only $72.50 in auction, but that was back in March 24, 2024. MetaZoo was done at that point. This card sells, I know it sold again for a lot more, but this is, or maybe it's still on eBay, I can't remember, but absolutely amazing artwork. Next, we have all 4 native booster box artworks for $220 in auction. That's $55 each, and you get all 4 of them. Absolute insane steal of a deal. Here we have a Nightfall Master Case, sold for $255 in auction. That has to be a good deal. September 3rd, 2024. And when I say this has to be a good deal, there are a lot of people watching this video that remember the end of 2021 when you would pay $255 American for one Nightfall booster box, or at least pretty close to that price. I know I paid $300 Canadian once for a Nightfall booster box and an LGS in my city, and I bought another one for $250 Canadian, so to see a whole case go for $255 American, that's crazy. You want a steal of a deal? Look at this. April 9th, 2024, 3 Nightfall booster boxes for only $56, and that's in auction. I mean, anyone could have bid any more than that, and no one wanted to bid more than $20 per box for Nightfall. That's absolutely crazy. And here we have 6 booster boxes of Nightfall for $177.50. Oh, here's my personal steal of a deal. So I bought a box of Nightfall for $20.50 Canadian, so $14.90 American. And I bought other products as well, so there was combined shipping. So literally, I got this box for $14.90 American. Absolutely crazy. I'm sure a lot of people in the future will wonder how much MetaZoo Crypto Nation first edition booster boxes were going. Like, how low did it go? Well, I'm sure there were some lower, but what I have recorded here is $60. I know some people bought them for less than that, but what I had recorded in videos was $60 as a buy it now. June 6, 2024, best offer accepted, $60. And this box right here will always be special to me because I bought this one, this Crypto Nation first edition booster box, for $71 American. And why is it special? Because this is the box where I finally pulled a full hollow Mothman out of it, and I pulled 2 of them, and they both graded a PSA 10. I mean, can you believe this was even real? 2 boxes, 2 booster boxes of first edition Crypto Nation for $165.50 in auction. And then here's another one in auction. 3 Crypto Nation first edition booster boxes for only $217.50. And we're just going lower. Look at this. April 23rd, 2024. MetaZoo was definitely dead at that point. 2 first edition Crypto Nation booster boxes for only $122.50. I mean, this is in auction, and these boxes could barely get over $60 each. And here we have an auction for 5 first edition Crypto Nation booster boxes for $425 in auction. And then we have another one here, 4 first edition Crypto Nation booster boxes for $290 in auction. And this is a crazy one over in Europe. So for $712.38 American, 10 first edition Crypto Nation booster boxes. That is wild. So it's about $71.23 each. Hey, remember when EV and HQ started having all the crazy eBay sales and all these crazy listings? Well, one of the big ones was 618 booster boxes of Seance for $9,270 as a buy it now. So that's $15 per box. Remember when EV and HQ was having all those cheap MetaZoo Kickstarter spellbooks for like $250? That's nothing. On April 20th, 2024, in auction, there was a Kickstarter spellbook that sold for only $153.50. Next, we have a Kickstarter booster box. Man, I can't believe they got this low. $510, and that's in auction too. On April 20th, 2024. So back on June 26, 2024, we had a non-alternating Kickstarter booster box sold for $850 buy it now. Or sorry, best offer accepted. And on June 29th, we had a Kickstarter booster box, just a regular one, sold for $560 best offer accepted. Hey, we got the Rat King promo. But this one's in really good condition. Pristine 10. It's got Mike Waddell's signature down there. Boom. It says wow up here. $113.50 in auction. Everyone remember this Hello Kitty card? This one's got the autograph on it, PSA 10. It was going for as low as $82. Oh man, the Nightfall blisters. So a case of 144 of them, so that's equivalent to 4 booster boxes, for $143.50 in auction. I say it in every video, but once upon a time I bought 5 of these blisters for $25 American each. So I paid $125 for 5 of them. If someone told me in late 2021 when I bought 5 for $125 that like 3 years later, if you paid what, $18 more, you would get another 139 of them, I'd be like, what? That doesn't make sense. But yeah, it happened. Here we have 144 native blister packs, so a sealed case, which is equivalent to 4 booster boxes, for $197.50 in auction. This one, Argos Anonymous, was just clearing everything out of the warehouse. And then another case of blisters from Native sold for $188.50 in auction. Oh, and I know everyone's gonna like this one. January 28, 2024. So just over a year ago, this card was selling for $305 in auction. That's because we all thought this card was so rare. I mean, Sam Sinclair is just as common as any other card in the set. It's just all those packs were in the inventory still. In one of my videos from a few weeks ago, there's a guy that paid, I think, $350 for 20 Black Friday promo packs, and he pulled 5 Sam Sinclairs. This is one of the rare, maybe the only MetaZoo card that was going up drastically. Everything else was coming down. Here we have 4 Kickstarter booster packs, including the Mothman artwork, for $56 for all 4 of them. Oh, here's an absolute steal of a deal. And I still own this card. I bought this one. Look how much I paid. $44.01 for a Mothman from MetaZoo Topps Chrome, serialized out of 99. And it's 99 out of 99. Yeah, I got a PSA 8, but it's 99 out of 99. I didn't pick this one up, but this is another steal of a deal. It's a PSA 8, but who cares? It's Mothman, MetaZoo Topps Chrome, serialized out of 50, so number 20 out of 50, for only $44. Here we have a Kickstarter Mothman from the promo packs, the blister packs, PSA 10, so for $67 in auction. Oh, anyone that collects playtester cards know this is a steal of a deal. So June 2nd, 2024, UFO Playtester Full Hollow, $22.50 only. That's crazy. Even Ghost Train Kickstarter, obviously Full Hollow, PSA 10, only $48 in auction. But I mean, if you're seeing anything in the March-April area, that's when MetaZoo was absolutely dead. So March 24th, I mean, look how cheap Kickstarter cards were. PSA 10. Here we have a Power Up Red Kickstarter PSA 10, also on March 24th, 2024, sold for only $66 in auction. And this is such a weird error auction. So as you see up here, it says KA instead of KS. It should say Kickstarter. But it's Piazza Bird Full Hollow Kickstarter Pristine 10 from CGC. So for only $19.05 in auction. I'm not sure what happened there, but maybe because it said KA and it should have said KS for Kickstarter. Whoever won this, absolute insane steal of a deal. A Kickstarter Full Hollow Piazza Bird in pristine 10 condition for only $19.05. That's insane. Then we have another Kickstarter Piazza Bird Full Hollow PSA 10 for only $61 in auction on March 24, 2024. And then we have Piazza Bird Full Hollow from the Flame Tower promos, PSA 10, sold for $365 in auction. That was November 29th, 2024. And then the exact same card, maybe they didn't pay in the other auction, but December 15, 2024, this Piazza Bird Full Hollow PSA 10 from Flame Tower promos, sold for $355 in auction. Man, another crazy low sale for Piazza Bird. So Piazza Bird Kickstarter Full Hollow PSA 10 once again, sold for only $63 in auction. By today's standards, absolute steal of a deal. It sells for over $200 American now. And on June 27, 2024, Chaos Crystal Kickstarter Full Hollow PSA 10, only $81.04. 4 cents from Nick Strength and Pokemon Shop. That's crazy. I mean, here's a steal of a deal. It's Kickstarter Full Hollow Loveland Frogman, the second best card you could possibly pull out of a Kickstarter pack. Yes, it's PSA 8, but for only $28, I mean, that's a no-brainer. I don't know why it says condition graded PSA 9, but yes, it's a PSA 8, but for $28, that's a steal of a deal. And here's the lowest recorded sale I could find for a Full Hollow Kickstarter Loveland Frogman PSA 10. So for only $120.27 in auction on June 18, 2024. That is absolutely bonkers. And you think that's crazy? July 2nd, 2024, there's a Loveland Frogman full hollow Kickstarter, perfect CGC 10, sold for only $150 American, best offer accepted. I mean, let's just take a look at that. It's a perfect 10 Loveland Frogman Kickstarter full hollow for only $150. Absolute steal of a deal. Next we have Mothman full hollow Kickstarter PSA 9 for only $200.50. We'll never see prices like this again. Full hollow Kickstarter Mothman PSA 10, a grail among grails, for only $490, and that's in auction. And not even that long ago, really. August 18, 2024. Under $500. And back on March 8th, when MetaZoo was dead, I know I keep saying it, but full hollow Kickstarter Mothman PSA 10, only $470 in auction. And oh yes, it got even lower. We have another one here from March 22nd, 2024 for $431.26 in auction. Next from MetaZoo Topps Chrome, we have the Chaos Crystal Orange Refractor, so serialized out of 25, PSA 10, sold for only $215 American, best offer accepted. Next we have a PSA 10 Mothman Alternate Art X-Fractor for only $61 in auction. And then we have another X-Fractor Mothman, the original artwork, PSA 10, for only $76.85 in auction. And then another one for only $88 in auction. On November 10th, 2024, we have the Green Refractor Alternate Art Mothman from MetaZoo Topps Chrome PSA 10. So for $277 in auction. Let's take a look at it here. Very nice card. Next we have MetaZoo Topps Chrome Orange Refractor Alternate Art Mothman, so serialized out of 25. PSA 10. So for $385, best offer accepted, November 12th, 2024. Here's an absolute banger of a card. So we got the Gold Refractor Mothman, so serialized out of 50, the alternate art, PSA 10 for $367 in auction. Now this is insane. November 11, 2024, Black Refractor Mothman alternate art from MetaZoo Topps Chrome, PSA 9. So it's serialized number 3 out of 5, so for $2,000 American. And of course we got to take a look at that. That is absolutely amazing to see. Here's another steal of a deal. Cryptid Camera Mothman Green Refractor, so serialized out of 99. It's a PSA 9, but for only $61, steal of a deal. And this is just insane. So July 31st, 2024, Cryptid Camera Mothman Gold Refractor, so serialized out of 50. It's a PSA 8, but for only $62, who cares what the grade is? Absolute steal of a deal. And then we have an alternate art Mothman, serialized out of 50, Gold Refractor, PSA 10, so for only $175.50 in auction. Here's a nice one, sold by Argos Anonymous, January 9, 2024. I remember I picked this one up, so $190.27 in auction, PSA 10. This is a massive steal of a deal. This is insane. Only $90 for a Topps Chrome Original Art Mothman Gold Refractor serialized out of 50 for only $90. I'm sure I mentioned enough in old videos, but this Mothman right here, the Gold Refractor Original Art Mothman, will never grade a PSA 10. All of them were miscut. Like, they had a horrible centering. So to get a PSA 9 is hard enough. None of them will ever get a PSA 10. So that is the highest grade this card will ever attain out of all 50 of these cards. So to get it for $90, that's an absolute insane steal of a deal. Here's an interesting one. So it's another Gold Refractor Mothman, not even graded, but it's serialized number 1 out of 50. It's sold for $500, best offer accepted. Oh man, look at this. I told you guys. Early March, early April, the deals were crazy. There's just so many good deals that we had. Here we have an Orange Refractor Mothman Original Art, so it's serialized out of 25, PSA 10 for only $285.08 from Argos Anonymous. That is absolute. I can't even believe I'm seeing that on the screen right now. Here we have a Cryptid Camera Mothman, serialized out of 50, Gold Refractor, PSA 10, so for $250, best offer accepted. Oh, here's a beauty. We have Bigfoot PSA 10 serialized out of 5, so Black Refractor from MetaZoo Topps Chrome, the alternate art Bigfoot, so for only $250 in auction, or sorry, best offer accepted. I think Catching Cryptids owned this card. This card looks familiar. So we have the MetaZoo Topps Chrome alternate art Bigfoot serialized out of 5, the Black Refractor, sold for $340 in auction. I believe this is the Bigfoot that's in my opening credits. I think Catching Cryptids will have to comment below and let me know if I'm accurate on that one or not. But I think this is the card. Next we have a really nice card, MetaZoo Topps Chrome Chapter 1 cover, serialized out of 50, the Gold Refractor PSA 10 for $212.50 in auction. Oh, this is the part of the video where we talk about Catching Cryptids in his collection. So this is when he bought a huge lot of Loveland Frogman cards for $999 American. Best offer accepted on February 28, 2024. I'm sure it's in his videos, but he bought a ton of PSA 10 Topps Chrome Loveland Frogmans, like serialized out of 50. I think there's like 7 of them, and then he got one that's serialized out of 5, and then there's another one up here that he bought for $250. Best offer accepted. It's a Loveland Frogman serialized 2 out of 5, black refractor, PSA 10 on top of that. Yeah, so these two right here, these two auctions, that's where a lot of his Loveland Frogman cards came from. Absolute steals of a deal. Here's another crazy card. So Loveland Frogman, alternate art, black refractor, cryptid camera, serialized number 1 out of 5, PSA 10. Whew. $1,200, best offer accepted. That is crazy. Oh, Cryptid Keeper, you knew this one was coming. So this is a card I picked up from China. Loveland Frogman, Battling Flatwoods Monster, MetaZoo Topps Chrome, serialized 1 out of 5, PSA 9, for only $147.58. Okay, let's get to some super fractors that were sold in 2024. So February 25th, 2024, Ding Bell Super Fractor CGC 9.5 for only $330. Are you kidding me? Oh, look who we have here. Pukwudgie Super Fractor, serialized 1 out of 1, PSA 8, but who cares what the grade is? $561. I guarantee that would sell for a hell of a lot more now. And that was back only on December 4th, 2024. So not long ago at all. But after MetaZoo revealed their new Pukwudgie artwork, I say this would sell for a lot more than $561 now. On November 22nd, 2024, we have White Thang Super Fractor 1 of 1, sold for $475, best offer accepted. And then we have Kush Taka PSA 10 Super Fractor MetaZoo Topps Chrome 1 of 1, only $205.50 in auction. But look when that was, February 19, 2024, when no one cared. Absolute insane steal of a deal. Definitely not the most popular cryptid, but Frozen People 1 of 1 Super Fractor PSA 9 sold for $660 in auction. That was November 20th, 2024. Here's a crazy one. Quetzalcoatlus alternate art. I believe that's alternate art. No, is that the original? I think it's alternate art. Yeah, it's alternate art. Super Fractor 1 of 1 PSA 10 for a Super Fractor. $970. I think that probably deserved that price. And remember, this is April 13th when MetaZoo's dead, and it's still nearly sold for $1,000. But it is Quetzalcoatlus. Here's a nice looking card. Super Fractor Power Up Red with Ding Bell on there. PSA 10. I mean, if you have a 1 of 1, that's a PSA 10. That's insane. $430 in auction, April 13, 2024. This is an absolutely nice looking card. So the Super Fractor Joint Snake MetaZoo Topps Chrome PSA 9 for only $305 in auction. Oh man, how did this happen on December 18, 2000? Oh, this is December 18, 2023, so I cheated. It's not 2024. It's a Super Fractor Bigfoot, the alternate art, throwing blows. 1 of 1 for only $585. That is a steal of a deal all day long. That's insane. I forget who picked this up, but I know they comment below on my videos. Original art, Bigfoot, MetaZoo Topps Chrome Super Fractor. So a 1 of 1. It's authenticated. Argos did that for only $289. What? Like, I can't even complete that sentence. For less than $300 American for this card? Who cares what it grades? I mean, it's authentic to the PSA holder. It's obviously a real card. It's the 1 of 1 Super Fractor Bigfoot for less than $300. I forget who bought this. I know they comment in my videos. Comment below. And I mean, this is, I don't know, this has got to be one of the steals of a deal from 2024 without a doubt. And this might be the steal of a deal of the year award winner. I don't know, we'll figure that out at the end of the video. But this is absolutely insane. So it's Tizaruk, not the most popular cryptid, but it's the entire rainbow of MetaZoo Topps Chrome. So every variation. So I'm going to have an up-close picture right away. All of this that you're about to see sold for $200 American, best offer accepted. And as you can see here, this was on January 29th when Mike Waddell put out that letter that MetaZoo was officially dead. So maybe that's why it sold for so little. But look in this picture here. Sorry, I'll move the mouse and hopefully this doesn't pop up too much. But you got the regular base Tizerac. You got the chrome version, the X-Fractor version, and then over here, you have the green refractor, so serialized out of 99. You have the gold refractor, serialized out of 50. The orange refractor, serialized out of 25. The black refractor, serialized out of 5. And the superfractor, 1 of 1 Tizerac. So you have every possible Tizerac for the original artwork that you could possibly pull out of MetaZoo Topps Chrome, all in one convenient lot for only $200 American. This is absolutely nuts. For that price, that is absolutely crazy to get the whole Tizerac set. That's crazy. I don't know if anything's going to beat that. Like, bang for your buck, that is crazy. Oh, there's a nice card. Cryptic Camera, Sam Sinclair, PSA 10, Superfractor 1 of 1, $1,000 or best offer. What was the offer they accepted? Okay, well, I'm not sure what the offer was. I think it was $750 American, though. I'm not sure why I don't have it in this video. So anyways, the next one we have is a Superfractor 1 of 1. The Topps, here, we'll get rid of that. The Topps times Cryptid Nation promo card. That is absolutely crazy. So for $1,500, buy it now. And it's a PSA 10. Another, I mean, this is amazing. This is one of the best looking cards in this video, to be honest. Loveland Frogman Superfractor 1 of 1, PSA 10. So for $1,500 as a buy it now. I'm sorry, this card, I don't know what it would sell for now, but it should be worth a lot more than $1,500. I know it's a lot of money still, but that's a steal of a deal. And then we also have the 1 of 1 MetaZoo Topps Chrome Superfractor Cryptic Camera Alternate Art Loveland Frogman PSA 10. Sold for $1,350. Best offer accepted July 27th, 2024. And then we have a Loveland Frogman Black Refractor Original Art, numbered 4 out of 5. For $350, best offer accepted. Wow, I remember when this used to be like a $1,000 card. So it's Rudy Claus from the Rudy promos from Alpha Investment. PSA 10 for only $137.50 in auction. Oh, look at this. February 12th, we're going to get a good deal. MetaZoo Top Series 0, first sighting Piazza Bird PSA 10 for only $200. That is insane. And here's one that I picked up on May 13, 2024. So same as the card we just seen. Piazza Bird first sighting, PSA 10. There's only 3 of these that are graded a PSA 10 ever. I picked up one for $240 American. I consider that a massive steal of a deal. So how cheap did first edition Full Hollow Mothman cards get as a PSA 10? Well, we had to buy it now for $50. And I remember seeing this lot and knowing this was going to be a legendary sale in the future. And yeah, it is. April 4th, 2024. 10 first edition Full Hollow Mothman cards, all PSA 10 for $500, best offer accepted. So $50 each. Whoever picked up that lot of 10, I mean, they knew it. We all know it looking at this. That was a massive steal of a deal. And here's an up close picture of all 10 first edition Full Hollow Mothman from Cryptid Nation, all PSA 10 for $500. Hey, back then on March 3rd, 2024, I thought this was like a massive steal of a deal. Now that we know there's over 600 of these in inventory, you can get these for cheaper on Quote on the Whatnot streams now. So $89 back then was a steal of a deal in my opinion, but nowadays that is too much. Here's my steal of a deal of the year award winner for myself, for my collection. So I picked up this Hero Quest Mothman on April 4th, 2024 for $175 American, and it was raw, and the guy just holding it with his bare hand in the picture, but I sent it to PSA and it actually graded a PSA 10. And just to show you how crazy that was, right, I paid $175 for it raw and it graded a PSA 10. Meanwhile, on December 14, 2024, there was a CGC 9, Mint 9, Hero Quest Mothman that sold for $281 American. Hey, it's a Neo Genesis Bigfoot, PSA 10. Only $250 in auction. Sorry, as best offer accepted. Definitely a steal of a deal. Here we have the Dimmock Rugs Mothman, serialized out of 200, PSA 10. sold for only $100 in auction. And the Dimmock rug, like the actual Mothman rug, sold for only $48 in auction back in May 26, 2024. And then on December 12, 2024, we have the Loveland Frogman rug, sold for $202.50 in auction. On December 22nd, 2024, we have the Piazza Bird PSA 10 rug promos with serialized out of 50 only, sold for $173.50 in auction. Okay, let's get to a few of the inks. So we got Blue Ink PSA 10, right? I said Blue Ink PSA 10. You never hear that. It's always Blue Ink PSA 9. Sold on June 3rd, 2024 for $1,694 in auction. And on April 20th, like I said way too many times in this video when MetaZoo was definitely dead, Blue Ink PSA 9 for only $390 in auction. Oh my goodness. Never gonna see that price again. So here's another couple Blue Inks. July 22nd, 2024 in auction, sold for $443.88. And another one as a PSA 8 Blue Ink, sold for $425. Best offer accepted. Oh, here we are. Even when MetaZoo was dead on May 18, 2024, Green Man from Wilderness PSA 10 sold for $1,625 in auction. That is crazy. And then here's a steal of a deal. So May 17, 2024 for $500. Best offer accepted. It's a Green Man. It's just authenticated autograph. It doesn't have a grade on the card. But I mean, it doesn't matter what the grade is. It's a Green Man. It's serialized out of 100 on the card. Number 98 out of 100 for $500. That is insane. That's a steal of a deal if I ever seen one. I'm talking about secret rares. Look at this. Walking Sam from Seance, secret rare for only $300 or best offer accepted. So maybe there's a best offer accepted. Because there's only one bid. But whatever, all I have to go on is this. So April 13th, $300. Secret rare Walking Sam. That's crazy. And one of the steals of a deal award winner, I don't know the date, but sometime in 2024. Foo Fighters secret rare serialized out of 10. I think it's like number 6 out of 10 or something. It was a buy it now for $225. I'm pretty sure I talked to the person in Discord that bought this and like, was that a good deal? Hell yeah. That's insane. A secret rare from UFO and a pretty sweet looking one too for only $225. Amazing steal of a deal. Hey, it's the native secret rare. Bottle of hoof glue, number 9 out of 10, PSA 9, sold for $400. Best offer accepted on October 9th, 2024. That's the card that we've seen on the uncut sheet. So there's a better look. I'm sure everyone recognizes this. This was at the bottom of that uncut native sheet with all the secret rares. Bottle of hoof glue, but this one's serialized number 9 out of 10. Then of course we have red ink, PSA 10. Back on June 3rd, 2024, sold for $1,925 American in auction. Then on July 3rd, 2024, we had a PSA 10 red ink sell for $1,445 in auction. And another one on July 13, 2024, PSA 10 red ink sold for $1,321.99 in auction. And another one on December 21st, 2024, PSA 10 red ink sold for $1,600 in auction. Now this is what we want to see. Old Scratch. I mean, this is crazy. I can't wait for someone to pull one of these in 2025. Nightfall, Old Scratch, Beckett, BGS 9. The grade don't even matter. On November 24th, 2024, sold for $2,325 in auction. Absolutely amazing to look at that card. And then the exact same card, so maybe the person didn't pay or whatever. The same Old Scratch. On December 6, 2024, sold for $1,724 in auction. Here's a steal of a deal. Maybe no one knew it at the time, but reverse hollow Chains of Old Scratch from the Dark Tower promos, $169.50 raw. I mean, I think there's only 2 of these graded at PSA, and there's only one PSA 10. So this was a steal of a deal. And in my opinion, the most valuable reverse hollow MetaZoo card that exists. And then here's the PSA 10 version of Chains of Old Scratch reverse hollow from the Dark Tower promo cards, $712 in auction on November 29, 2024. Hey, it's the Mike Waddell business card with Mothman. PSA 10 sold for $676 in auction on June 26, 2024. Here we have an unscratched Mothman from the Nightfall Revive Skateboards promos. PSA 10 sold for $427 in auction. Oh, here's an auction I missed out on. I don't know what I was sleeping on. I probably bought too many other crazy cards at this time and just couldn't afford it. I just ran out of money. Wallet fatigue, right? So we have the Revive Mothman skateboard promo. Unscratched, it's a PSA 9 for only $137.50 in auction. Absolutely crazy steal of a deal. Ooh, there's a nice card. Playtester Mothman PSA 9 for $499 in auction. Here's a couple interesting ones. So on the bottom here we have the Black Ink MetaZoo in-house hollow foil cards. So Black Ink PSA 10, so for $350. Best offer accepted, November 17th. There's only 2 that exist. I own the other one, so this was not mine. This was someone else's. So it was just cool to see what it would sell for. And then up here we had the Green Ink PSA 10. So they're both PSA 10. And this one sold for $350. Best offer accepted as well. Oh, here's another card that I picked up. Absolute, in my mind, steal of a deal. Like insane. So besides the Black Ink, I would say this is the best card you could possibly pull out of any poker deck, which is the Mothman King of Spades special in-house hollow foil, as you can see right here, PSA 9 for $180.27. Here we have an unscratched Bear Walker Mothman promo card from the skateboard collaboration. PSA 10 for $311 in auction. Whew, here's a banger. So we got the Mothman from the Revive Skateboards Crypto Nation collaboration. PSA 10, it's just a promo card, you can't scratch it or anything. Not that that matters anymore. But $515 in auction. Well, this card will never leave my collection. So it's the Mothman First Sighting PSA 10 from MetaZoo Top Series 0. I picked it up for $660 in auction on January 7, 2024. MetaZoo was already going down and it was going to crash not long after that, but for me, I mean, that is a lot of money, but that's a steal of a deal. And that is probably one of my centerpieces of my collection. I mean, I've said it before, but I'd rank this above a lot of sample cards as well. And last time I checked, there's only 8 of these that graded a PSA 10. And I think there's like over 30 of them graded. Serialized out in 99. Absolutely insane. Hey, here's another card I picked up. So for $200 on October 8, 2024, it's the Bigfoot Genesis promo, PSA 9. For $200. Yeah, and here's the other one that sold for quite a bit less. It's a PSA 9 Neo Genesis Bigfoot, just like the one I bought, but for $133.50 in auction. Absolute steal of a deal. I mean, almost doesn't even matter what the grade is. I mean, just to get a Neo Genesis Bigfoot for $133.50, that's crazy. And here we have the Neo Genesis Squonk. Serialized 20 out of 50, sold for only $101 in auction. Absolutely crazy steal of a deal. Okay, I know this has been a long video, but I'm enjoying it. Now we're on to the sample cards. So here's a sample pack. So this is going to have, it's a one of one. It's going to have an exclusive stamp on the actual card, the sample card. And only one of each sample card, as far as I know, had that stamp on it. So it's a sealed pack. We don't know what the sample card is in there, but $676.88 sealed. I mean, this should be in a museum. This is absolutely crazy. Okay, now let's roll off a whole bunch of sample cards. So we have a sample Squonk for only $200 American, best offer accepted. I remember this one, but there's just too many other good deals. I couldn't pick this up too, but I wish I did. Dragon's Breath, April 22nd or April 27, 2024, for only $137.50 in auction. Now I believe there was a big print line right through the card, but still, Dragon's Breath sample card for only $137.50. Oh man, here's one I remember. Bunnyman sample card PSA 9 for only $172.50 in auction. Walking Sam sample card PSA 9 for only $267 in auction. Tizaruk sample card PSA 9 for only $237.50 in auction. Oh, here's a steal of a deal. Deathbeam sample card PSA 9 for only $163.50 in auction. And then here's a crazy one. This is more recent, December 20th, 2024. Eternal Snowflake sample card, but it's a PSA 10, which is near impossible with sample cards, for $762 in auction. Then on February 29th, remember when MetaZoo was absolutely dead, a sample Babe the Blue Ox, $222.28 in auction. I couldn't even imagine seeing it for that price now. Then on April 28, 2024, Babe the Blue Ox sample card PSA 9 for $223.50 in auction. Here's a steal of a deal. Flatwoods Monster sample card PSA 10 for $401 in auction. And then a sample Flatwoods Monster PSA 9 for $171.50 in auction. Absolute steal of a deal. And then we have a Ding Bell sample card PSA 9 for only $172.50 in auction as well. So here we have a couple Hodags. On the bottom we got August 5th, 2024, $485 best offer accepted for Hodag PSA 9. And up here, August 6th, Hodag PSA 10 sample card for $900 best offer accepted. Then we have another Hodag sample card PSA 9 for $355 in auction. And another one, Hodag PSA 9 sample card for only $247.50 in auction. Oh man, this is crazy. I wish I didn't miss out on this one. Van Meter Visitor sample card. It's raw, but who cares? Only $127.50 in auction. That's a massive steal of a deal. Then Van Meter Visitor sample card Beckett BGS 9 mint. So for $405 in auction. And I don't know if this is the same one or not, but another Van Meter Visitor sample card Beckett BGS 9 mint. So for $266 in auction. Then we have Sam Sinclair sample card PSA 9 for only $284.93 in auction. So less than $300 for a sample Sam Sinclair PSA 9. That's crazy. Then we have a sample UFO PSA 9. I mean, that's insane. Only $290. But remember, this was March 3rd, 2024. Less than $300 for a sample UFO PSA 9. That's crazy. And if you're wondering why I didn't say steal of a deal, because it got even lower. This is a steal of a deal. UFO sample card PSA 9 for only $274 in auction. But remember, it was April 12th, 2024. 100% MetaZoo was deader than dead at that point. Bigfoot sample card PSA 7 sold for $550 in auction on November 10th, 2024. Ooh, and this is one of the centerpieces of my collection as well. I picked this up. Bigfoot sample card Beckett BGS 8.5 for $366 in auction. Absolute steal of a deal, especially for that grade. Absolutely insane. That was September 3rd, 2024. This is crazy as well. CGC 9.5 Bigfoot sample card, August 20th, 2024. Best offer accepted, $694.99 American. I mean, for under $700 American, I mean, look at these subgrades. 2 10s, 2 9.5s. I mean, I'm pretty sure this would cross over to a PSA 10. So essentially, a PSA 10 sample Bigfoot for less than $700 American. And here we have another sample Bigfoot, Beckett BGS 8.5, sold for $525 in auction on December 21st, 2024. Back on April 28th, 2024, sample Chaos Crystal, autographed by Poncho, sold for $425.20 American, and that's in raw condition. Then we had another sample Chaos Crystal, autographed by Poncho, so it's a PSA 8 Auto Authentic, sold for $418 American in auction. And back on March 15, 2024, sample Chaos Crystal PSA 9, sold for $301 American. Here's a pretty cool looking one. So sample Chaos Crystal Beckett BGS Mint 9 with quite a bit of doodling and autograph. It's dated. Poncho's on there, Mike Waddell's on there, a little doodle there. Crazy. December 14, 2024. Only $371 in auction. I would have thought it would sold for more. And then here's a monster on December 21st, 2024. A PSA 10 sample Chaos Crystal sold for $1,525 American in auction. Here we have a sample Ghost Train PSA 10 sold for $700 in auction on July 7, 2024. And then an SGC 10 Piazza Bird, sample Piazza Bird, sold for $450, best offer accepted, August 3rd, 2024. Here's a unique card you don't see very often. So it's from the Dark Tower promos. It's Death, full hollow, PSA 10, sold for $205.19 in auction. And that was on December 15, 2024. So the theme you're going to see right here is a bunch of Grim Reaper cards, starting with that Death card. So we have Grim Reaper sample card with a little doodle and autograph by Poncho. Sold for only $260 for a raw copy. That's a pretty good deal, I'd say. Next we have sample Grim Reaper Beckett BGS Mint 9. Sold for $425 in auction. Then we have sample Grim Reaper PSA 9. Sold for $355 in auction. Here we have a sample PSA 9 Injured Cold On August 5th, 2024, sold for $500, best offer accepted. And then we have one of those Halloween sample Wendigo cards, PSA 7, sold for $77 American. Here we have a playtester Wendigo, PSA 10, sold for $175, best offer accepted. That's probably a steal of a deal nowadays. Then we have a sample Wendigo, PSA 9, sold for $790 American in auction. And that's February 12th, 2024. Then we have a sample Wendigo Beckett BGS Mint 9, sold for $460 American in auction. And then we have an authenticated sample Wendigo with a little doodle and autograph on December 21st, 2024. That's sold for $625 in auction. Here's a crazy one. Sample Growth PSA 10 for only $662 in auction on May 18th, 2024. Here we have a playtester Men in Black Full Hollow PSA 10, sold for $208.50 in auction. Oh man, I remember this one too. I should have jumped on this. But you just don't know, right? There's just too many good things to bid on at this time. But March 5th, 2024, when MetaZoo was absolutely dead, a sample Men in Black sold for $162.50. I didn't even care what the condition of this was. To have a sample Men in Black for $162.50, that's insane. That's beyond steal of a deal. And then here we had a PSA 10 sample Men in Black that sold for one bid, $999 American. And then look at this, May 18th, 2024. I can't even believe I'm seeing this. PSA 10 sample Men in Black for only $535 American in auction. That is absolutely crazy steal of a deal. And then we had another Men in Black, PSA 10 with an authentic auto that got a 9 from Poncho, sold for $910. Best offer accepted. That is crazy. I mean, let's just take a look at that card. Nice auto, PSA 10 sample Men in Black with Poncho's autograph on it. Absolutely crazy. We know this one from Cryptid Keeper. Sample Loveland Frogman, $1,300. And I believe it graded AGS 8.5 or something. And then here we have a PSA 9 sample Loveland Frogman that sold for $1,085 Canadian. So that's approximately $750 American. And then we had another one, I don't know if it's the same one, but February 20th, 2024, sample Loveland Frogman PSA 9 sold for $1,100 American, best offer accepted. Next we have a sample Headless Horseman PSA 9, sold for $455 in auction. Then we had a Beckett Gem Mint 9.5 Fire Elemental sample card for $319 in auction. Then we had a sample Quetzalcoatlus PSA 9 for $750 in auction. And then we have a PSA 10 Jersey Devil sample card, December 14, 2024 for $1,102.77 in auction. And look at this, back on March 9th, I know I've said it way too many times, but when MetaZoo was dead, a sample Jersey Devil PSA 10 for only $401. Can you believe you're even looking at that? A sample Jersey Devil PSA 10 for only $401. That's insane. Oh, and look what we had here. Right when MetaZoo was dying, February 19, 2024, sample Cumberland Dragon PSA 10 for only $1,335. Now that is a lot of money, but I guarantee that's a steal of a deal compared to what that would sell for now. And November 10, 2024, I'm sure a lot of people remember these auctions. Mothman sample card PSA 5 for $4,050 in auction. And then the same card sold 2 weeks later on November 24, 2024. The sample PSA 5 Mothman for exactly $4,050 again. So I'm not sure what to make of that. And then on December 14, 2024, we had the sample Mothman PSA 8 sell for $6,766 in auction. And then on December 20th, 2024, we had a PSA 9 sample Mothman sell for $6,900 in auction. And all the way back on March 17, 2024, and this is why the whole video I've been talking about when MetaZoo was officially dead. Look how cheap a Gem Mint Beckett BGS 9.5 sample Mothman sold for. Only $3,777.77. That is absolutely bonkers. That's crazy. That is one of the craziest steals of a deal you're gonna see. I mean, it's a Gem Mint 10, so there is a good chance it could grade a PSA 10 sample Mothman. I mean, there's not much better than that out there. But in this video, if you made it this far, you are going to be rewarded. There is something better than this card that you're looking at right here There is something better than that. I don't care if it graded a PSA 10. Let's say they crossed it over and it graded a PSA 10 sample Mothman. There's something coming up that's even better than that, in my opinion. But we're not there yet. I'll let you know when we get to that card that's crazier than a PSA 10 Mothman or Beckett BGS Gem Mint 9.5. But anyways, January 21st, 2024, we had the Chromie Cryptid Carnival Secret Rare with Mothman PSA 9, sold for $2,700 American. Absolutely crazy. But then like 3 months later, on April 12th, 2024, a PSA 10 Secret Rare Chromie Cryptid Carnival Mothman sold for only $1,200 in auction. So you just saw the PSA 9 sold for $2,700, but then like 3 months later when MetaZoo was dead, it's a PSA 10 sold for only $1,200. Does anyone remember this from January 21st, 2024? We had the Neo Genesis Mothman, and they do have some in the inventory list with EVN HQ and Quote and all that. I wonder if these will ever come up for auction. But back on January 21st, 2024, Neo Genesis Mothman, I believe it's serialized out of 16 or something crazy, so for $2,950 in auction. And I know this isn't 2024, but I just had to have it in the video because it's such an iconic card. Nick Strength of Pokemon's 101 Super Fractor Mothman PSA 9. This is when he bought it for $11,100 in auction, August 27, 2023. And then on February 5th, 2024, he sold it for $3,305 in auction. And this card's actually on eBay right now. I think they won $100,000 or best offer or something. Next on December 5th, 2024, we had the alternate art Mothman 101 Super Fractor PSA 9. Sell for $13,300 in auction. And here is the Steal of a Deal of the Year award. In my opinion, I don't care what anyone says, you'll never convince me otherwise. And we all know who owns this card. That is Cryptid Keeper. On March 18, 2024, he bought the greatest card in MetaZoo that will ever exist in MetaZoo. I don't even care what the new MetaZoo does. There'll be nothing greater than the golden ticket autographed by Mike Waddell. Now, obviously, a lot of people don't like Mike Waddell, but without Mike Waddell, none of us are even listening to this video. MetaZoo doesn't exist. There's no Mothman card. There is no ink card that even remotely comes close to the golden ticket. Picked it up, best offer accepted, for $4,750 American, March 18, 2024. This should be like a national MetaZoo holiday. I don't know what this should be, but that is insane. So yeah, thank you for watching this extremely long video. This was literally my 2024 bangers video of eBay sales for all of 2024. Hope you enjoyed it. These are just cards I want to have all in the same video so I could watch in the future and be like, holy crap, I can't believe these cards sold for this cheap. So anyways, comment below, let me know what you think. Hope you enjoyed this video, the 2024 bangers of the year. So yeah, comment below, let me know what you think was Banger of the Year award winner. I mean, that lot with all those Tizerax for $200 was crazy. Obviously the sample Mothman for like $3,777.77 as a BGS Beckett 9.5 Gem Mint. That's pretty crazy. Or what was your personal, like, the best pickup you had for the entire year, where it was your steal of a deal? Like, what did you buy on eBay that you couldn't believe you either won at an auction at a certain crazy low price, or someone accepted a best offer that you didn't think they were going to take? So let's hear all that in the comments below, and we'll see you in the next video.